Oh man, I was gonna start the video off in the tree and be all cool, but hey, me, be cool. Yeah, right. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Splatoon. Last time, we got our first taste of ranked battles, which also came with a complimentary taste testing of defeat. This time, we are back in Octo Valley, and we're gonna start looking for another stage to play. I have uncovered a few more from, we'll just call it the incident though, but I don't think I want to play any of those. Let's look around a little bit more, see what we can find from exploring. It is kind of nice that you do have to find the Octarian levels. I originally didn't like this. I wish that it would just let me pick from a level select, but this way it does feel like you're finding their hidden bases. It does feel like you're kind of going off there, and like you do have to think outside the box to be able to find it. Do I want to play you? No, I don't. We're just uncovering all of the stages this time around before actually picking one to play. Can I go up? Yes, I can. Oh, there's one over there. Let's see what that one is. Hop up the steps, and you are, yes, that's what I was looking for. Octoling Assault, skirmish at the skate park. That's good. I'm okay with this. After all, I'd love to eat a salted octopus. Let's go in. Kinda, because the new awesome thing that Splatoon can do for you that we're gonna be talking about today has to do a lot with this mission. I don't know why I suddenly sound Scottish, but I guess I sounded progressively more as I was going along with it. It is Inkling Girl Amiibo. Dude, let me tell you, I am so glad that you called me. I am picking up a fresh vibe from you. Tell me, are you a fan of charger weapons? Cause that's my kind of thing. Making up challenges where you got to use the chargers. Are you game? Come to think of it, you've been poking around down in Octo Valley, yeah? Yup, I saw you in that rat outfit fighting those things. It looks super fun. I am so sorry to everyone, not just people from Scotland, because holy crap. Anyway, you got a little bit of green slime on your shoes there. You might want to get that checked out. I can't imagine that can be healthy, especially if it's a puddle that you yourself formed. Never mind. Okay, so just like with the Inkling Boy Amiibo, you will get 23 different challenges. You can play through each boss fight, 3 stages per world, except you're using a charger weapon. And I thought it would be a great idea that me, who is terrible with chargers, went and decided to shoot up some Octolings with a charger. This was the mission that I wanted to play, and the challenge that I gave myself with the roller didn't turn out to be much of a challenge at all. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, so I thought this next one should be extra hard. We'll get a reward, just like always if we're to do this. Bit of a cash reward. Let's go in. We're in Blackbelly Skate Park, and we have the Hero Charger. Also, yes, you're very cool looking, and I wish I could play as you. There, you happy? Okay. Think, oh, right over there. Nope. Warning shot. Nope. You're at least kind of bad at covering yourself back up, so I thought you were hiding there. Okay. I guess I shouldn't think of it too much like fighting a real opponent because they aren't going to do as good of a job covering up their ink. You can follow the power eggs. This place is a little bit geographically different from Blackbelly Skate Parks. There's at least that. You're a jerk. Wow. Nope. There are times that, nope. I got an idea. I'm gonna sneak around this way. I'm pretty sure there is an enemy that we'll find over this way. Yeah, it's right over there. Yes, got you. It was a good shot to make. And then I think I'll sneak around over this way and get you. Or not. That's shot number 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Okay, that wasn't charged. Didn't count. It was just a practice. Jeez. You're like okay. Took you flopping around in my ink to be able to do that. I'm very glad I didn't play aggressively. Now, with Octolings out and about, I do want to mention something that kind of sort of bugs me about just the general verses. I wish, okay, they have AI that is able to play Splatoon just fine. We see it right here in Octo Valley. What I don't get is why they can't do the same thing that a lot of fighting games do, wherein when there's a disconnect, the AI just simply takes over and plays for them. Yeah, I know that AI can never be as good as a human player, but it's at least better than nothing, and Even just having one extra thing that'll take bullets for you, just one meat shield for your team, it's better than not having a teammate, and it wouldn't just all but secure victory for the other team if one of your guys disconnected. It's something I really hope they do in Splatoon 2. It's something that I really want them to add to the game, because I don't see why they can't do it if they already have AI that's working. Also, I'm officially using splat bombs from here on out, because holy crap, that was really good. The only thing I can think of is that maybe the system couldn't handle it. Like, they tried it, and it couldn't handle an online game going at the same time that you had AI trying to play the game as well and have it. I guess somebody's system would have to take the strain of that. That's the only thing I can think of. I think we just about got everything. Now, what we want to do next is go over this way. And this box. In Octo Valley, that would be your sunken scroll. That about does it, though. I don't think there's any more Octarians for us to hit. No, nothing. Just go up. Throw a bomb at you. Oh! People were telling me, hey, why aren't you using bombs to open those? And I was like, I am. I'm using burst bombs, though, but I guess all bombs explode instantaneously. Cool. And I didn't need no stinking ink, Zuka. I just needed 10 attempts per opponent to shoot anybody. OMG, you really did it. Here you go. This is your reward, as I promised. You beat this challenge. Try again if you feel like it, but the reward will be less. I'm sorry, just that unfortunate coincidence has just like stuck this character as having this voice forever because I can't unsee it. Anyway, Inkling Girl Amiibo, just like the others, has two different variants. They are exactly the same figure, they're just differently colored. Pick whichever one you like more. Just like the boy, she has a Tenatech splatter shot. And the equipment that you get for beating her challenges looks like this. It's nice, really is. See a lot of people wearing this that just want to have nice looking characters. I like it a lot. All three of the Splatoon amiibo that give you costume pieces have nice stuff. But we have not seen everything that these amiibo can do for you. Each figure will unlock something else as we get later and later into our adventure other than just equipment. But we'll be going over that, well, later. Sunken Scroll reads, Lady Luck shone down on the Inklings, and historians today agree that the Inklings' victory over the Octarians was mostly due to their superior number of limbs. I almost seriously just asked, don't squids only have 6 legs though? But no, it actually said earlier that they had 10. I guess you'd call that tentacles! Let's go to Inkopolis Plaza. With that done, you know what would be a great idea? Going off of one weapon I'm terrible with, and into another. It's the weapon of the day. We've had 2 shooters in a row. You know the pattern. It's time for a new weapon class. Ink Brush. Okay, so it's classified as a roller in-game, but personally, I consider this to be its own weapon class. It has a continuous roll, but makes a super thin trail of ink at the fastest out-of-ink movement speed in the entire game. Its swings cover a much wider fan area than a roller, and it's very good at covering turf. But it kind of evens out because it lacks the high damage and huge hitboxes of its roller cousins. Its damage per hit maxes out at 28 base damage. Why do I say maxes out? Well, despite being one of the absolute shortest range weapons in the game, its damage peters out over more distance a heck of a lot more than you'd expect. I have seen it bottom out at 16.5. Its fling releases 3 blotches of ink arranged in a fan shape every time you press the button, while running into an opponent with the roll does a whopping 20 damage. Pretty darn weak. Unlike traditional rollers, it is almost always better to rapidly swing than to just run someone over from behind, because if you run into someone with a roller and you don't kill them, there will be recoil that pushes the player back a few steps in somewhat of a stun. Though, I do think the greatest insult to injury you could ever do in Splatoon is picking someone off at low health by running over them with an ink brush. That is my dream. If you don't seabag someone after doing that, you are not human. That is too much to resist for even the most devout of souls. When it comes to covering turf, the swing is optimal if used from higher ground or when jumping. Jumping does not increase the range, but it does cause the 3 blotches of ink to fan out wider when they normally have a little bit of overlap. The main reason that you would want to play a brush over a traditional roller is being able to aim adjust during attacks. Getting used to doing this and playing it more like a shooter than a roller is key. Now, on to fighting. Okay, I've been dreading this one. It is the 5th shortest range anything in the game. The only weapons that it outranges are Luna Blaster, Splooshomatic, Carbon Roller, and Blaster. And 3 of those 4 are dangerous one-hit kill weapons you wouldn't want to get close to. That, coupled with the fact that it's a super slow 4-hit kill, is tough to deal with. I do have one tip for combat, but it's hard to pull off. Standing at a slight distance on the ground and trying to make the overlap between 2 of your 3 ink blotches hit the enemy in a sweet spot is ideal. This will allow you to kill in 3 or in some cases even 2 swings rather than the usual 4, mitigating some of its slow time to kill. But even with these tactics, the combination of low range with low damage and low time to kill makes the ink brush at a disadvantage against nearly every weapon out there. And not only that, because the damage peters out so much over distance, as we've already seen, I'd say that when it comes to your effective killing range, the only weapon that you actually outrange in a meaningful way is the Splooshomatic. Even when you can get within range, it's not uncommon for other weapons, if they haven't already noticed you approaching, to turn around and kill you before you get off all of your swings. It is a valid strategy in some cases to avoid combat and just be a painter, but if going on the offensive, it's generally best to cover as wide of an area of turf as possible in order to outmaneuver the enemy or hide in ink for a sneak attack. A strange weakness of this weapon that I don't understand is that even though it has very sharp handling and moves very fast when rolling, it's bad at turning left. It's held in the right hand, so the trail of ink is slightly on the player's right side. It's possible to get stuck in enemy ink even though you are rolling if you turn left too sharply. It's dumb. Oh, right, there's actually a sub-weapon on this thing too. Sprinkler. In addition to the usual uses for the Sprinkler, it can work very well as bait for an ambush and is one of the more reliable ways to take out enemies with the ink brush. In the way of turf coverage, think of this as you creating yourself a teammate to throw at the side of the area that you want to get done twice as fast. I like to think of the ink brush as that awkward kid with no friends. So they make robots to give themselves friends, only to watch them die, so they build another one. As depressing as it is, think of the Sprinkler and brush as 2 halves of the same whole. Its special is Ink Strike. Everything about the set is about covering turf. Not much about to say this that we haven't already heard. It's how this weapon deals with snipers and can get past choke points. This isn't much more than just a fun Turf Wars weapon. There is fun to be had running around super fast and throwing ink all over the place. When the main brush has an awkward combination of short range, bad damage, slow time to kill, damage petering off, I would already say that it's the only main weapon that's outright bad at fighting. But overall, this entire set is probably the worst kit at fighting anything. I've also seen some people that believe that run speed up will improve the roll speed on an ink brush. This is not the case. Don't run it. Let's get on to something a little bit better. Ink Brush Nouveau. Has the same stats, even the special depletion is the same. An alternate use for the ink brush is to be a distraction because of your high movement speed, and this setup is better suited for that. Its sub-weapon is Ink Mine, our first time seeing this, and how fitting that what's possibly the worst sub-weapon in the game is getting introduced alongside the ink brush. These are basically invisible splat bombs, but only one can be laid at a time. They explode when an enemy is detected moving near it or after 10 seconds, whichever comes first. You can also reset the clock on an ink mine by placing another one in the exact same spot where it was laid down. There's a few uses for these. Placing them in choke points, placing them before going into battle to get a kill from beyond the grave if you fall, placing it when being chased, or just placing it on the tower in tower control. A lot of people do like this in tower control, so if you're seeing a lot of the same weapons being run in that mode, this might be why, since it's tied for being the least common sub-weapon. A strange weakness of ink mines that I'd watch out for is that most rollers are capable of just simply rolling over it and not taking damage as long as they keep moving. Technically, all weapons can move away from it as long as they're checking for them by shooting ahead or just by swimming away right as they see it about to blow up, but this one is a particularly bad case. With the ridiculous roll speed, plopping one of these behind you in a chase is an effective and very mean tactic. Lets it blow up on somebody while they're chasing you. And its special is Bubbler, allowing it to make more mistakes. But with its range being so abysmal, I would not recommend making any sort of direct approaches with it. Instead, it's great at giving a Bubbler to a friend if you're going together with them. All around, this is a clear improvement over the original, and it is a little bit better at fighting. Though honestly, I'd probably say it's the second worst set in the game, with the regular Ink Brush taking number 1. Can Sheldon come from the heavens and save us? Probably not. But we have the permanent Ink Brush anyway as the third kit. Same stats, special depletion is the same, and yes! At least I won't have to be so wishy-washy about this one. This is the super cool set that is intended to be played in ranked rather than turf wars. Its sub-weapon is Splat Bomb. Having a one-hit kill that can also serve to manipulate the opponent gives this set more of an edge. Even if it can just get off splash damage on an enemy, a follow-up swing can kill very fast. And its special is the Kraken. Do I need to say anything more? This pushes objectives, and it makes it so much less vulnerable than it was on the first 2 sets. We haven't talked about the Octobrush yet, that's coming later, but if you play that and want to try something new, the main sub and special of Permanent Ink Brush is a nice blend of the Octobrush sets, and it might be something you'd like playing for fun every once in a while. Heck, this weapon gives you more reason to pack swim speed up on it because of the Kraken, so if you're running that way, your run speed of your roll and your swim speed are going to be amazing, and you can move ridiculously fast. Permanent Ink Brush, you're not so bad. Let's take a look at our map rotation. It is, hold on to your tentacles, it's Inkopolis News Time. Really, I thought it was a different kind of program based on that description. Let's unveil the current regular battle stages. All right. Watch me bust a sick ollie, brah. Oh, you'll bust something, all right. Kind of funny, we just got done playing on Black Belly Skate Park. Hammerhead Bridge. Got any tips for this map, Marie? Splat him from below the metal grates, or whatevs. I don't think we're gonna be going into ranked battles because it's, well, the Ink Brush. There's also the fact that brushes on tower control can be very problematic. There is the Ink Mine on the Nouveau, but I don't want to play the Nouveau. I want to play the Permanent, and the Ink Brush's main attack, if you're fighting on the tower, it's really weird. I think anybody who's played the mode will know exactly what I'm talking about. So, let's get going. Let's pick our equipment spread. Already said I was gonna play the Permanent Ink Brush, and so I shall. An Ink Brush set remixed by Sheldon adds high power sub and special weapons while retaining great mobility of earlier models. At least it's honest, the mobility of the previous models was not bad at all. That's definitely the one strength that the Ink Brush had before this. I wanted to give a lot of attention to damage up. When its damage trails off as badly as it does, you want lots of it. So I went with 2 mains, 1 sub. It was about the best that I could stack, though I wouldn't be surprised if some people think I could do with a little bit more. Special duration up, it's a Kraken. Ink Saver sub is just sort of there. Special Saver is just sort of there. You might want to stack a lot of this, because if you're going to be dying a lot with a weapon, if it's kind of squishy and not really the best at fighting, Special Saver will make a light special depletion weapon basically have no penalty for dying if you stack enough of it. You only lose a tiny bit and you'll get it back almost instantly. A little bit of Ink Saver main I thought could be good, just because it is a little bit more ink hungry than you'd think it is. And of course, I would never recommend going without ink resist up on an Ink Brush because of that weird handling quirk where you can't turn left even if you're rolling. I think it's flat out one of the best abilities you could have on it. So with that, let's see if we can make it work. I'm bogger sizing? In before I actually do good, or do well. There's that grammar again. Did that say Suicide Squid? I know that's a reference to a movie, but kind of extreme. Got Tri-Slosher on the other team, some shooters, some stuff I'm not really sure I'm gonna be able to deal with. I'm not the only brush on this team, actually. I am a little envious that he's getting it. Oh, Suicide Squid. Sorry, that's G-rated. That's cool. That'll pass the censors totally. Gonna get up here. Gonna try to cover as much turf as I can, as quickly as I can. Get that special built up. Anything to make myself less squishy if somebody catches me off guard is always good. Anything that can help me maintain survivability so I can keep doing this. Don't discount the Ink Brush's ability to cover turf. It is one of its few strengths. It really is. You guys. Oh, I didn't even need to transform. Okay. I'll just get the hell out of Dodge then. Don't mind the big, giant beast of terror that is running amok through this bridge. It's fine. You don't need to give any attention to him. Don't need to pursue him. Don't need to do anything of the sort. Don't need to punish him. I say it like I'm actually still in danger and there's actually a threat, but no, there's not. We're pushing them back. They got 2 dead right now. They got 2 alive. We got some kills early in the game. I took somebody out, which is better than I was expecting to do. I was thinking this would be one of those 0-kill games for me. Now, over there. I feel so vulnerable. That's the problem. Okay. I was hoping that there was somebody behind that splash wall trying to break it down and then I could take him. Octo Kirby. You know, you kind of remind me of something that I was wanting to bring up. I'm surprised that there's not more Nintendo references in Splatoon. There are a few, and I do want to go over them at some point, though, but I'm kind of surprised there's not like a Mario overalls or like a Mario cap as a piece of headgear. It's something that you think you would see in a Nintendo game, but you don't. They love their self-referential items. Just look at Animal Crossing. That series is almost entirely categorized by that, with all the rewards for accomplishing anything significant being based around getting Nintendo items. It is something that you think you would see a lot more than you do in this game. Got you, and oh, there you are, yes! Double kill! So exciting when you actually, I'm not doing too bad, actually. We're not winning this game by any stretch, though, but I think I'm far from the worst player on this team. I say it like my teammates are bad. I haven't actually seen a lot of them fighting, though, but you know what I mean. We have the danger thing on it. I kind of sort of don't think we're exactly good in the way of synergy, so yeah. Wow, now I just sound like a jerk. Let's go onward. Do my bomb game. Again, play into my bombs. Need to get rid of this, though, because I can't sneak attack whatsoever, as long as... Thanks. Appreciate it. Really do. Awesome. Oh! There's that bomb game. And there's theirs. Gosh, where are we? We have all 4 of our teammates, I think. There's 3 alive right now. That 4th guy respawns in. I know we don't. Yeah, we don't have a disconnect or anything. This isn't. I didn't see anybody throwing the game. Nobody super jumping to each other. I think it might have just been a rough game. I will say Hammerhead Bridge is very rough if you're not playing a longer range weapon. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that we're not seeing like 96 gals and stuff like that, or Splattershot Pros. Those shine very well on this map. Ink Brush, not a whole lot, but I think I made it work about as well as I could have. 28%. Oh, we even had a Squelcher on our team. And that gives me 5 kills, 3 deaths. Did pretty good inking. Wow, our Squelcher was quite good. It's kind of funny that right after I was talking about the vanilla Squelcher not being good, we see a good one in a video where I'm playing the Ink Brush. Because, yeah, usually you don't see Squelchers do too hot in the way of inking turf, and that guy got more kills than deaths. That was pretty good. Took forever and a day, but let's do better this time. I'm gonna go in with the most positive attitude that I can. I'm not a negative person. Yeah, no kidding, I'm not a negative person though, but I really mean it. I think that Ink Brush is fun to play, if nothing else. It is something that I'll pick up every once in a while and, you know, kind of come up with. No, I did not invent the Ink Brush self. I'm sorry though, but you did not invent the Lalo. No need to feel low about yourself. I don't have any sort of material to come up with out of your name. I'm sorry. I always seem to be at a blank whenever I'm in the high tension though. But yeah, I just want to say I'm not a real negative person. Also, that looks like a T-Rex skull right there on the side of the tower. Yeah, I don't want to just completely body the Ink Brush. I'm still trying my best. I'm trying to make it work, doing all that I can. There was a guy that went over there, and he's already dead by the time I get over there. All right, well, might as well fill in some ground. I think I'm going to try to get my Kraken, see what I can accomplish with that. Missed the throw, but he gets the kill anyway. Let's get up on top of the tower once again. But yeah, I tried my best the last game. I think given the situation, yeah, I think I did all right, given that I'm not a main of the weapon. So close to Kraken, as it typically is, and Lalo got me again, okay. Oh boy, they got 2 N-Zaps on their team. I don't know how I'm going to be able to get too close to them. I'm going to need to really play stealthily here. Gonna see what I can do. Let's toss that over there. There is a guy over this way, I think. Yeah, he's over there somewhere. Gonna just run from there. I don't think I can take him with him shooting at me. Hi! Oh boy! Still actually did it. Still actually did it. You know it's bad when you're actually worried about a Jet Squelcher up close outpacing you in the way of damage, but, you know, welcome to Inkbrush. Gotta feel fragile, gotta make sure that your moves count, gotta really move around a lot, gotta make sure that you're stealthy when you gotta be, gotta say the word gotta a lot in different contexts. You know how it is. Let's see. Nobody there. Maybe over there? I'm just trying to, like, pressure with bombs from out of range if I can. We got this section of the map pretty well controlled. You know what? I can afford to rush. I got my Kraken. I don't see why not. Hi, buddy! There you go. We got them mostly pushed back at this point. They're still going, yeah. I think we more or less got this in the bag. I think I did all right for what I was given, what I was handed. Ooh. Hi! I should have thrown a bomb. I probably could have actually gotten him. He had a little bit of battle damage on him. And if I threw the bomb at the splash wall, would have instantly detonated. Would have been. When did all of this get in our base? Holy crap! Cover it up! Cover it up! Cover it up! Cover it up! Oh boy! Okay, we got big squids on this top of the screen again. I got a little scared there for a second that our victory was snatched out right from under my big fat nose. No bomb kill right at the very end. I think. Oh. 2 ink strikes, one off at the end. I think one was theirs. Oh, no. No, one of theirs was the... I think we still got it. Yep, not bad. 1 win, 1 loss. I'm kind of sad. We had a few games that had disconnects in them, and I think I had some pretty good kills in those and played very well in them. In fact, I can't believe I'm actually going to be showing this, or not showing this, though, but I can't believe I'm actually able to show something like this and have it actually be true. We had a lot of games that took place in Hammerhead Bridge. I had a couple games that had disconnects beside them whenever we did get Blackbelly Skate Park. Look at my rating. I actually got up to smoking with this thing. I think I lost 1 game today, and it was the one that, well, you saw, but between that and this, I won every single game that we played. I know it's not like a super special, awesome, amazing, and it's not like a plus 20 like you see people bragging about on Twitter, but I think I did all right. Heck of a lot better than I did with my own main, but hey. Let's not talk about that. Back to Inkopolis Plaza. Okay. Yeah, ink mines are good on tower control. I can definitely agree with that. Judd, what do you got? Meow, your vibe is smoking. Here's a sweet bonus of 400 coins. Meow, you're oh, Super Sea Snail! Right after I explained Spike and didn't have a Super Sea Snail anymore. Meow, the bubbler is a barrier that will deflect all enemy attacks. And if you touch your allies while it's active, they'll get barriers as well. On the downside, attacks will push you back even farther than usual. If an opponent uses one, either run or try to push them out of range. You don't need to touch your allies to do it. If I touched an ally, would I be able to blame it on you? I don't know. Maybe I could get away with something like that if I did that. Anyway, let's just stop right there. I think today was pretty great. I went in thinking I was going to lose horribly for 10 minutes with what I consider to be the worst weapon in the game. Possibly even longer with my luck on the map rotation taking forever to give me the one I haven't played. Just trapping me in a torturous limbo that I would never get out of. And I came out with a Super Sea Snail, damn it. That is the best turnaround I think I could have ever hoped for. Next time on Splatoon. A lot of you guys really seem to like the heavy splatling after I showed it off, which is great, because I love that weapon. And you know what else? If you like that one, I got a good feeling you're gonna like this next one, because it's also pretty great. See you guys then.